So we've been researching our solar project that we're going to be doing this summer, and of course this is an all do-it-yourself type project. And one of the first things you need to figure out is your power center. Before you even add solar to it, you need to add batteries that'll hold the solar power, and you need to have a way of charging those batteries. So we've done a lot of research, and of course everybody goes to a Battleborn, which seems to be the standard, kind of like Kleenex, you know, for a tissue. But the
or puffs.
Or puffs. But we found a company out of Texas called Rebel Batteries, and he does unboxing videos. He does teardown videos, let's put it that way, of his batteries. And from what we've seen and what we've researched, these are really, really well-made batteries. They're super comparable to a Battleborn battery at about half the price. And it's got a 7-year warranty, and he says it'll last longer than that for sure. But what sold us on it, it's a veteran-owned company, small business based out of Texas, family-owned. So that's what we went with. Those were the biggest things. This battery also has a Bluetooth monitoring capability built right into the battery, which Battleborn does not. Which it's got features that, you know, are actually better than a Battleborn. But based on all that, we decided to go with this company. We ordered them on a Wednesday, and they were at our campsite here on Saturday. So, you know, you're not waiting on China to deliver them or anything like that. So they got here really quick. So right now, I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the battery. Just one of them. We ordered 3 batteries, and these are all 100 amp hour batteries. We're going to do an unboxing of one of them just to show you how they come and everything. So here's the box that it came in, and it's nice and sealed, perfect condition. Looks like he sent them UPS. That makes any difference to some of you, but the battery itself, I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's got a little note in here from Rebel Batteries. Of course, you cannot use this battery for cranking your car engine. Do not use a lead acid charger, which I told you just right now. That's why we ordered a new one. Do not burn or crush or mutilate, puncture them. Store over 140 degrees. That was important for us. Do store over 75% capacity. Charge them every 6 months. Use only LiFePO4 chargers. This is lithium phosphate charger, and dispose of them in accordance with local laws. There's his card, so to speak. So open up the box, and a nice piece thick of foam. We might actually use that. Okay, it's got some lugs that come with it. That's fantastic. And probably the terminal tops here. Okay, the battery's well packaged. Foam all around it.
Nice foam. Do we need foam for anything?
We might, yes.
Oh, that's good. Thank goodness the batteries aren't the size of the box.
And the bottom has a piece of foam in it also.
Yep.
Okay, the guy who owns this company has a YouTube video where he actually tore this battery apart, and it's steel encased. It's got a couple handles which are nice. And if you can actually, it's only got like 4 or 5 screws. You can actually take this battery apart, and if one of the cells is damaged in a future date, you can actually replace just that cell. So the battery management system would still probably be intact. You just replace the cell that's bad. Just a real quick, more information on these batteries. We just want to kind of give you a measurement on the size of them, because we know that campers, you know, you're limited in space, and if space is a premium like it is ours, you need to know the exact measurements. 7 1/16 by 11, and the height of them 9 inches exactly, and that's including this handle here. So it's 9 inches including the handle. So if that makes a big difference to you, it does with us. And you look in our case anyway, all 3 batteries fit real nice in this area underneath in our kitchen. There's hardly any room to move. There's a little bit of room to move that way, and we have about 1.5 inches here to work with. We're going to try to fill that in so they sit securely, and we're going to find something for these batteries to rest on, because LiFePO batteries they're more sensitive than lead acid, but they're not that sensitive. Okay, I used a piece of the foam packing that came with the batteries for this side. The batteries fit in there in this cabinet to fit perfect for us. You can't even move them. I put the rubber mat underneath them to kind of give them a little bit of shock absorbance. There's the 3 batteries. And for now I just have my lugs stored under here.
So what is this, a new crimper?
It's a hydraulic crimper. The problem is that all the dies are in metric, so I'm not real sure which one we're supposed to use. I tried to find an equivalency chart, but I need to hold this with 2 hands and pump with the other hand.
Okay, so I'm going to put this down so I can do it. So when they meet, you stop pumping?
You stop pumping, and then we're going to test it out, see if it
Actually crimped.
And I'm not sure how to get it loose.
Jim's new toy.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Looks pretty good.
Do you need to seal around that part?
Yeah, I'm going to put heat shrink around it.
Ah. Yeah, it did do a nice crimp, but you're going to put
Heat shrink?
Shrink right there. So there's all the different sizes. It's a little bit of a shadow, but you can see.
Here's the first wire that we crimped. We made it 9 inches long, which is a little bit long for this, looks like. We crimped it with the metric equivalent of a 50 die in our crimper. They seem to work pretty good. We can't pull them off. Anyway, there's our first one. Okay, we finished our cables that go between each battery. These are going to be in parallel. So 2 positives, 2 negatives between each battery. And then we'll have to run another wire from the negative all the way to the bus bar, and then from the positive up to an on and off switch, from the switch to a fuse, from a fuse to the bus bar. These are the ones we made. All they had was black wire, so we used red heat shrink to differentiate between the positive and negative.
Okay, dookie. It's got the wires hooked up from battery to battery. The battery, what's that called? In sequential. In parallel. And now
going from the positive
show it
to a switch, which would be like a master on and off switch. And then it's going to come out of that switch and go to the other side of this wall, through the wall there, and then go to a fuse and then to a bus bar. These are bus bars, 2 red and 1 black, 1 red. This is an A&L fuse, 400 amp.
A&L fuse.
Bus bar.
Bus bar.
Bus bar.
And bus bar.
Okay, we just finished wiring the bus bars. So the red wire, the positive from the batteries, comes up through the wall, right there, into the A&L fuse,
out of the ANL fuse to the bus bar. That bus bar is going to end up going to the inverter. And also it's a converter and it's a battery charger. So the output from the converter is going to go to a switch. And the switch has a fuse on it.
It's basically your power box.
And then the output from that's going to go to the red bus bar, so that when we're on inverter power, we can actually shut the power going to the batteries. So the charging energy will basically be shut off. So we're not in a continuous loop, where the batteries are charging the inverter and they're charging the battery charger, charging the batteries again. So we can actually shut off the battery charger when we're on inverter power.
It's a fuse box, so is it a control panel? What do you call a fuse box in your house?
It's a control panel, it's a fuse box, there's a converter, and it's a battery charger. It's kind of an all-in-one type thing.
That's why they call it a control panel.
Yeah, it does about everything. Okay, so I can put a switch on here. It's an on and off. And basically, the output from the battery charger goes to the switch. And then it goes to the red bus bar, which goes to the inverter, and it also goes to the batteries. So the bus bar takes care of all the distribution, but what you're able to do is, if you're running on inverter power, you can shut off the battery power that goes out of the converter, out of the battery charger, the main battery charger for the camper. So if you're on inverter power, you shut off the battery power that goes or you shut off the battery charge power that goes to the batteries. So you're not charging your batteries from the batteries, basically.
Get that? It's clear as mud.
Clear as mud, I know. Watch as we create some sparks here, possibly.
Okay, it's all hooked up. There's no power to anything right now, right?
Flip the switch to turn the battery on, which the battery goes to right now. Shouldn't change anything.
It looks pretty as far as electrical. There's some sweeping that needs to be done down in there.
Okay, I got one of them on. I have no idea which one, so it doesn't matter right now. Now, the way we got set up, nothing will happen here until we flip this switch, turn the batteries on, just make sure there's no smoke, and then flip the switch to turn the charger on to charge. Oh, I gotta flip the thing over to lithium too. But it'll charge with even under these. So ready?
Yeah. Which battery do you have on?
All three of them.
Okay.
You're all wired together now.
Ooh, they're all nice and green down there.
Okay.
See? Green. Across the board. Okay, that was the switch.
Okay, now flip. See a switch here in front of you?
This switch?
Go slow. Now be ready to turn it off if you have to. Okay.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happening. Well, you can't see nothing happening.
I heard it click.
Huh?
It just clicked.
What clicked?
I don't know. Something down there clicked. I heard it click.
Oh, we don't have the converter turned on. That's why.
Okay.
So, let me check the voltages just to be sure. The right voltage. Good.
Okay, so what are you supposed to turn on
And the
now?
right polarity. The breakers here to turn. I'm going to turn just the main on. Still not receiving a charge, it shows. So one of these is the converter. I don't know which one. We need to label these. We finally finished the power upgrade to the camper. Here's inside the, right behind the converter box. The microwave goes here in this empty spot. And this is where we decided to put the transfer switch, the inverter, the bus bars. And then underneath here we took one of our cabinets from the kitchen. And we have our 3 Rebel batteries there. They're hooked in parallel. 3 Rebel batteries all hooked in parallel. And they come out here to the bus bars. And then to the inverter. Gets hooked to a transfer switch, a Go Power transfer switch. And this is our new power center. It's Progressive Dynamics. It charges lithium batteries. Hopefully it charges lithium batteries. What's nice about these Rebel batteries is that they come with a Bluetooth built in to the top of it. The BMS, the battery management system, has a Bluetooth built into it. You flip it on and off. You can flip it on and off as you wish. And when you flip it on, it takes you to a screen like this. And I don't know if you can see the green arrows here going. It's taking a charge at 9.2 amps. When I got the batteries, they were about 50%. And now they're about 55%, I guess. And we've had them running here for about a half hour, and they're up to 60% already.
And we have 2 fans running.
And we have 2 fans running. So they're taking a charge, it shows, and it is working. So now I just need to put everything back together in this area, because we're traveling tomorrow, and we want to have everything buttoned up so that we can travel. We're going to let these charge basically overnight. They should be charged up. Shore power is the only way we can charge them right now. We don't have solar panels yet, and we have nothing coming from the truck to charge these. It won't charge anyway. That's a trickle charge. It won't charge these batteries anyway. So one thing we were missing was the black connection over here at the bus bar. Needed to have a connection going down to the ground for the DC, to the chassis ground. So from the negative bus bar down to the chassis ground. Until that happened, we were not getting a charge on our batteries at all. So, and thanks to one of my co-workers' husbands, he figured it out for us. So thanks, Don. So give us a thumbs up if you can. If you haven't subscribed, please do so.